Unfortunately, I think the challenges that our youth and our families are facing are increasing. The data shows that. A lot of issues with anxiety and depression and issues of suicide risk are all increasing amongst young people, and the pressures that are being felt by our families have just never been higher. So New Hope also has to increase and has to evolve to meet this moment. But I see every day, I see miracles happen every day at all of our programs, legitimate miracles, and those stories just deserve to be told.
New Hope is no longer just a residential program anymore. So we have MST experts that are working in the community, in the homes with these youth and families, providing intensive community-based programming, making sure that we are addressing these behavioral and emotional concerns. Being able to support the families while they're in the home to give them the resources and the skills they need, and also not taking the youth out of the home, I think are all critical components of how MST is thriving now and will continue to thrive in the future as well.
One of my first cases was a 14-year-old boy. He was in a very, very hard situation. He was using drugs, he was using alcohol, he was sleeping literally in garbage at the home. Even the whole family had given up on him. So I started playing basketball with him, and then we started working together. I'd listen to him, I validate his feelings, and then he said, I'm a nobody. My family calls me a thief. My family wants me in jail. And I say, do you want that for yourself? He said, no. Then I'm here for you. He did clean himself from drugs. 2 weeks before the treatment ended, he gave me a clean drug test. He was going to school every day. And when I asked him, what motivated you to change? Tell me what happened within you. And he said, well, one day you were walking out of my house and I was looking at you, and then I said, this lady, she comes from Mexico, she does not know me, but she believes in me. What is stopping me to believe in myself? And then I just started to listen to you, and that's how.
New Hope is on the front end of what the transition in residential care will look like for North Carolina. This small home-based environment, it allows for these one-to-one relational opportunities. So the youth here spend time with the staff members in the living area, they spend time at the dining table, they spend time in the kitchen. It allows for our youth to get individualized attention and also establish healthy relationships. Research has shown us that healthy relationships tend to have a positive correlation with high self-esteem and emotional resilience. We have essentially like a graduation wall, and each child leaves a handprint on that wall. When those hands start adding up, you're able to see that, man, there are other youth that have been successful in this program. Why can't that be me?
It's not always about academic and curriculum work. While that is one of the outcomes we want as a school district, for students to be future ready, college ready, career ready, it's hard to do that when students aren't at their full best and when there's pieces of their maturation that is missing. So when there's trauma involved, and when there's mental health issues or disorders involved in students, it's hard to get to the academic learning piece. That's where MST steps in. That's where New Hope steps in. I'll tell you this one thing, it's probably the best kept secret in a lot of different places. In this role that I've come into, I didn't know that MST existed, and I wish I would have known about this in other spaces I've worked in. But this county, this city, this community is very fortunate to have something like this.
New Hope's mission will never change. We will always lean in where others lean out. But we are becoming more than we've ever been, and we are growing our footprint all across the Southeast while deepening our impact. We're getting more upstream and keeping families together. We're giving back to our communities and helping shape our system for the better. New Hope is on the move, and we are just getting started.